Hey guys, welcome to the last episode of 5S Through Happiness and Sadness. So, these five friends Zen, Dusky, Kale, Jay, and Yash. These five friends were very happy in the beginning, but due to some misunderstandings, problems in their personal life, jealous, everything destroyed and ruined their friendship, which is a bit sad to hear, but this was the truth. You know, people change their attitude according to where they are in. They show off, they think they know everything. But when it comes to friendship, you have to learn. You have to teach friends good things which are useful for their life. But these five failed. And Dusky was a very bad victim here because Dusky was late to join in the group, but they started to ignore him because of Mark, because he was showing too much of kindness towards Mark. But Dusky was not that sort of guy where he neglected them. He had the other four also, but he was extra caring for Mark because Mark was a sort of dull guy, so he had to help him out. And next was jealous. When friends become jealous, you end up in a very bad consequences. Jealousy, attitude, change of behavior, everything. The 1 year where they were going through, which had to go on a hiatus when these five friends were in a different place where they had to learn. Dusky had his own friends, Jay, Kale, everybody had their own friends. But Dusky, even though he has his own friends, his own new college friends, but he was still thinking about the others, like how they were. Still, because they were not broken up. But situations put Dusky to when you call out to people or when you want to know what's happening, like a sort of thing, let us call up a friend or message or text, and when you don't end up in answering anything, automatically the opponent thinks that what's happening, like anything wrong, like why does he not pick up the phone or call or message anything. And here Dusky faced the same thing when he reaches out to the other four. They don't respond and reply to him. He was a bit sad and dull, because you're not 24/7 busy in your schedules and works, and they see the difference. They start to see difference between each other, like you study there, I study here. This, yeah, it's very common, but when differences go beyond the limit, you have a limit for everything. If you go beyond the limit, there's a very bad consequence for each and everything. So Dusky, he thought he was very inferior to each and everyone, but Dusky was not. He was a very special guy. He saved Mark, and he's still friend with Mark. Mark was a very good person where he helped him out. But this is what happened when you don't reply to calls and things. But afterwards, when you come after 2 weeks and you come up and say, oh, why you're disturbing me, why you're calling me, why you're sending the second person to call me up, and that's not a point. When you want to talk to anybody face to face, you can talk. They have the guts to talk, and don't think that you're only sort of people, like you have the guts to talk in front. Everybody has. And this happens to Dusky. Dusky was sort of persecuted, he was put down, oh, you use a second person and you try to talk with me. And he was going through a hell of a lot of situation where he couldn't even bear. The four had showed their real colors, the attitude, the behavior, everything changed. Dusky was very, very shocked to see them, because Dusky was the same beautiful boy, a beautiful flower, the same simpleness, but others, they were very showing off, and everything was going off the limit. And Dusky thought, what's happening? Like when you see your friends changing according to the need and everything and showing up true colors, automatically everybody gets broken heart. His heart was broken, and the words were very rude. Like they were throwing rude words on Dusky, blaming him for that, this, and everything. Finally, it ended up in a very worse thing, but Dusky had to leave them. The four joined because they were friends before Dusky entered into the group. But Dusky, he thought, okay, like if we lose four, we'll get 40. Why should I go at the back of four? And Dusky proved it. He lost 4 and he got 40. He has many new friends. He showed them up that he can be without them. And he is without them. Very true. Yeah. And here comes the end of the story. Dusky becomes separated from the four. The four in a very happy. They think that they're very happy together. Like what's happening. They are very happy. But Dusky is a very solo guy, enjoying his life, thug life, very happy, making new friends. You don't have to say how much worth you are. That's not necessary. That's what I follow. And from this short story, it's very short, friendship is very complicated. Sometimes it brings good things to you, or sometimes it ends in a very bad consequences. This is what Dusky learned, and he comes up with good friends. He tries to change himself, making good things, moving around, and everything comes in a very good, smooth way for Dusky. Yeah, it comes in a very good, smooth way for him, and he's very happy about it. Like he doesn't regret, he doesn't regret for anything. Like the four chucked him out, and he's shining like a diamond. That's what he wanted, and this is happening. It's very true. And that's all. Here comes the end of the story, and this story never ever ends. This will continue